How are we this morning? I'm getting blown away by the fan. It's extremely humid here already, and it's just 9:30. So, yeah, really, really warm today. I think we've got a bit of a heat wave coming in for the next week, so get used to it, all right? um, Alrighty, so this morning I'm going to do a bit of a fun fold. My name's Lorraine. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Fraser Coast area of Queensland, Australia. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love you to join my team. I can help you with all your paper crafting, anything like that. And I've got something stuck to me, would you believe, part of a dimensional. Yeah, so I would love you to join my team. However, you can also just purchase from, here we go, wrong way again. There's the shop with me. Now we've still got our what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Our bonus days. That's right. We've still got the bonus days up until the 6th, from the 6th of January to the 2nd of February. And every $90 you spend, you get a $9 coupon with that. So, and then you can cash them in February, which is great. So I'm hanging on to mine so that I can do that, because I know that I'm going to want another few bits and pieces for demos. We can go into the new online exclusives. There's a whole new batch of online exclusives in there. We can pre-order those ready for when they become available in February as well. I'm a little bit all over the place. We were just talking to my brother-in-law, and I said, look, I've got to go. I've got to go. So, yeah, but that's okay. So he's decided now he's probably going to come over here in September. So we'll do all sorts of stuff then when he comes over, which we're looking forward to that. So a bit bittersweet, but yeah, we're still looking forward to it. Alrighty. Hi, Glenda. How are you? Kim, Suzanne, lovely to see you. Yeah. A bit warm down your way, Susie? Yeah, so that's what I've got. Now today I'm going to do, it's quite a simple fun fold, and it's one that was done by Jay Soriano, Mituso Crafts. I don't know how they pronounce it, but yeah. And I quite liked it, and I needed something quite simple this morning. Yes, Kim. Yes, the new stamp positioner tool we've got coming up, and that is going to be a joining special. So if you're sitting on the fence and looking at joining, in February we will have the stamp positioner, and that will make it they're great. They're lovely to work with. Especially if you've got a lot of stamping to do, or if you find it difficult to center things, or you think you know where you want it, and then you put it down and think, oh darn it, I meant that to be a bit more. When you use a stamp positioner, it puts it in the right place, and you can stamp it several times. So if you miss stamp, then you can go again, and it's great. Yeah, it's very humid here already really humid. We went to trivia last night, and I put on a pair of 7/8 pants, and before I left the house I was so hot. I said to Kevin, I'm gonna have to change, but I didn't. I went out, but luckily where we were going, it was air conditioned, so it didn't bother me as much as I thought it was going to. We went to trivia. Unfortunately, we forgot to take our brains with us last night, but some nights are like that and some aren't. It just depends on how the questions come up. I think just depends. All right, so today I'll go down to the desk, and I'm really not sure what paper I want to use. There we go. This is what I used yesterday, and I was fiddling around yesterday afternoon after yesterday's card. So this was yesterday's card. And I found, goodness knows when I'd done this, but I've done it, and I don't know. And this was, I think that was left over from yesterday. This was left over from yesterday, and I put some extra, what is it? One of the pinks. I can't see it written on there. Petal pink. Yeah, around the edge there to make that brighter. And then I was going to, do something like this and make a card out of that. I still might do that, but I'm going to see. And I've also got this, which I've put the edging around, and I have all this sort of stuff fiddling around in here, and then eventually I do put it all together. Now I have lost everybody. Let's go. There we go. Thought I'd lost everyone for a minute. Hi, Leslie. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. Right. So I can show you like a prototype of the card. So it will stand like that, and it folds in the front. This is just a piece of my paper that I used to use, and it folds like that. And we're going to put something on the front here. I'm actually thinking I might put something there and there, but it depends on what paper I use. So I can use the same paper as I used yesterday, and it has that on the back. So I'd need to fold it in such a way that I just have this plain on the front, because I'm definitely going to put something on the front there, whether it be, that flower or something different, I don't know. My other choice, and when I was looking at this, I thought you've got to have something that's quite plain on the other side. This one's rather nice. So let me know what you think. We've got and then on the back, we've got the Highland Heather. That one is rather nice, except it's just got that on the back, which is young. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Which is just your plaid. So I'm really not sure which ones to use. Or I could just go with something like that, which has got the purple, the gold, etc., and it's just got the green on the back. I'm seriously thinking that it might be this one, although there's not a lot of colour in that, or that was my other choice. So I'm not really sure. What do you think? Let's go by the backs. We could go with the pink, the purple, or the, what is it, Timid Tiger? It's not Timid Tiger, I don't think. It's Peach Pie. Yeah. Not that I have peach pie on a thing, but that's the colours. You like them all, Kim? Hi, Roz. How are you this morning? Yeah, I like them all too. I'm thinking I might go with that one, simply because what's it got on the back? It's got the purple on the back. Yeah, I think it's not too heavy on the front, if you know what I mean. So we're going to have the front panel, but we're going to have both sides with this. So less chatelaray and more work. It's not work, is it? Either choice. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at I'm going to cut it in half at 6 inches. And then I'm actually going to cut a 1/2 inch strip off of there. And that's going to be used as part of the inside. Okay, so I'll pop that up out of the way. Now with this, let me see, we're going to start with a mountain. So well, it doesn't really matter because whatever happens, I'll just twist it the way I want it anyway. And we're going to score this piece. So this is 5.5. Make sure it's by 12, Lorraine. Make sure it's by 12. Because even though we say we have 12-inch paper, we don't always have 12-inch paper, but we do. All right, so this is going to be scored at 2.25. It's going to be scored at 5.5. I love easy fun folds. And this one's going to be 9 3/4. Now, I haven't scored on that really hard because I don't want to go through the paper. So it says we're going to have a mountain. We're going to have a valley. And then we're going to have another valley. Valley, Lorraine. There we go. So I'll just put those in place and I'll see if it's the way I want it. If it's not, I'll change it. So it looks pretty already, doesn't it? And that is how I want it. So when we've got the card folded, it's going to be like that. So I'm also going to use some white. Where's my normal white? I just realised yesterday when I was doing this, I need more white cardstock. And I'm not going to be putting in an order just yet, so we'll see. So I'm going to cut, now is it the white one? The white one's going to be bigger, so three and 5/8. 3 and 2, 4, 5/8 by 4 and 7/8. Now that looks small. And I think it was small that went in there, so, and the other one is 3.5. That one should have been the smaller one. 3.5 by 4 and 3/4. So I'm going to get Highland Heather for that. Let me see. Highland Heather. That's it. See how big that piece is. So it needs to be 3.5 by 4 and 3/4. Yeah. So let's go. Actually, let me do this one at 3 and 5/8. So I think this is the bigger one by 4 and 7/8. And then cut this one down to 3.5 by 4 and 3/4. There we go. So we're going to pop that onto that, a very, very small border, and that's going to sit into the center of there. Okay, so that will be where we do our insert, whatever we choose to do on there, and then that folds in and that goes like that. So you can see what the card's going to be like. Now, so I can use that, however, I'm thinking perhaps, see that brings in that pink, or I could do something in in the Highland Heather, but I think that might be too much. I could use the gold on the front, and I could actually put that flower on the front as well, but I don't want to. I'm going to put something else, something a bit different on the front. So that's the two choices that I have. You just watched the video from Stampin' Up, or Stampin' Lingers. Okay, yep. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's not going to take too long to come through. I literally ordered mine the day that it was released, so hopefully it won't be too long, but then I expect there's a lot of people that ordered that day as well. So that was just a piece of white that I've done the pink around the edge, or what I can do is cut another one of those, and I'll use these so it's not as though it's a problem. Now, which one did I cut? I think it was this one here. No, it was this. Come on, peoples. Get your act together, Lorraine. Yeah, it was that one. So I could cut another of those in white. Go on there, but it won't. Of course it won't. I could even put that on there. That would look different. No, I like that. Let me grab a piece of white to cut this out. Is that going to fit? No, just a tiny bit off. What about that one? That one will work. Okay. I'll just cut this. I think what would be a good idea would be to have a whole heap of these sorts of things cut, and then you don't have to worry about it all the time. Just pop that back in there now. And I could just do some fresh freesia around the edge of that one. So we'll see how that goes. Where's my paper pad? There it is. And we'll just do a bit of fresh freesia around the edge. You ordered yours and it's left the warehouse? Yeah, I haven't even, like I said, we were talking to my brother-in-law, so I haven't even looked at my ear. I have to turn that over, aren't I? And I don't like using the back. See what it looks like. Put that off of there. Put this one on. Although that is going to be covered up, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. So just putting a bit of the fresh freesia around the outside of this one. I'm hoping at the weekend to actually spend some quality time in here and get done what I need to get done, because I've been very, I won't say lackadaisical, with sitting in here and making stuff. I tend to always be in a rush. Now, we'll just forget that that's there, because if I'm going to put something over it, it's going to be covered. Or we can put the fresh freesia. So we've really got the three choices: the fresh freesia, we've got the petal pink, or we've got the gold. What do we think? I know it depends, doesn't it, on what I put on there. I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to put on there. There's not really much in that one that I can cut out. Let's have a little look and see what else I've got. So when I saw it demonstrated, to me, it looked very similar to the one that I've already got. And again, yesterday I should have looked that out and I didn't. So I'm sorry for that. I will apologise for that. They all look great. Yeah, it depends what goes over the top. What have I just knocked down there now? A ruler. I'm actually thinking I might use that one. So it will either be the gold, which fits in, or it'll be, well, it could be half and half. Ooh, now there's a thought. What if we did half and half? And put that in the middle. And then we could put, we've got to be careful not to go over the other sides. No, what do you think? Not sure about the half and half. Hi, Leslie. I was going to say hi, Leslie, at the same time then. Who said fresh freesia? You agree, fresh freesia? Yeah. We could use the fresh freesia. That's not a problem. I've just got to cover it up, that's all, which shouldn't be too hard. So I won't use that. I will look for something a little bit more freesia-y, fresh freesia-y. Has anyone used this? I really have to try and use this. It's the Builder Blossoms. I haven't done anything with it. Let me have a look. What can we do with fresh freesia? Ooh, I like the mixed florals, but that's no longer. The Petals of Beauty. So we do have these, but I don't know that they're as big as I want them. So I need to cover up those two. Let's have a look. So that's the base, isn't it? And then you put that on top. And then we can put some, I think that might work. We'll do some stamping. Okay, I've hit that thing where they keep getting separated in my box. So I'm going to have to either find a way to hold them together. Oh, that's right. These are the ones that I lose the dies on. All right, let's have a look. So grab some white, pieces of white, and a stamp. Hi, Holly. How are you? I might have already said hello. I think I'm, oh, look at this. You've all been yakking and I haven't. You don't have the Builder Blossoms. That looks good. All right, so we're going to use that with perhaps these. Is that right? Or were you talking about the big one, Roz? Let me know. It doesn't matter. If I stamp, I can always re-stamp. All right, so okay. It's like these stamps. I mean, I should really use this, and I don't. So we have that, and then where's all my stamp blocks gone? Oh, that's silly. I don't see them on the table, so maybe. Yep, that'll go on there. And then go over it again with that one. So we could end up with flowers like that. The flower and foliage I'd put on. So that one and that one on the, it'll be different to that. Is that what you were thinking? Okay. Well, that saves me doing too much stamping. So we can play with that. And then if we get time, I'll see about putting something else together. I don't usually get time. All right, so then I do need something for the inside here, which is where this came into play. So I was just going to pop a strip across the bottom there. So let me put this together first. I don't know why you turn it over. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Very tiny border on this one. I possibly would have made it a little bit bigger, but hey, I'm following what Jay did. If I make another one, I'll follow what Lorraine wants to do. I've already done that, so let's put that down there in the middle, if I can find the middle. Move it over a tiny bit. That'll have to do because it's already stuck. All right. So we're going to make this up. So that's going to go on there. Now, all I did with this was, I'll show you the actual paper. So this is, which one is it? This one here. No? Which one is it? Maybe there's only one. This one, maybe? No? I think they're all different on here. So all I did, basically, this one had quite a bit of white around the edge, very little colour. And all I did was I took to it with the petal pink and just went around the edge to give it that extra little bit of colour. I wonder what it would have looked like if... There we go. Something like that. Or did you mean... No, I think I prefer that one. All right, so I'm going to pop that on there like that, and then we're going to put some greenery underneath that. So I'll split this for sure. I can find my scissors. There. This one's easy to split because you can just cut it there and there. What did I do with that inside? I might just put that piece on the inside. There's me trying to get it out, and I've already stuck it in. Possibly that side of it. Let's do that. Because I've covered everything up here. 3.5. Or I could put that across. Actually, I think that looks better. I think I have to order some more glue as well. I've got a couple here, but I usually like to have 3 or 4. Put that across there like that. Just bring that in. And now we'll deal with this. So the flower I'm going to pop up. I've got to remember that I can only work on like the centerpiece. Try the Pampered Stamped reverse stamping. Ah. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. Pampered Stamper reverse stamping. Okay. I love how everybody shares what they know and where they've seen things, and what it just makes it so great that we can all share the ideas. I have to say, where's that there? I do, there's certain ones that I watch a lot, and then there's some that I'm like, oh, I haven't watched that for a while, and I'll go in and watch. Now, with this one, it's not a recent one, I don't think, of Jay's, because I was just looking for, I had actually put in that I wanted an easy fun fold. And this came up as one of those. So, and then, of course, when you're in there, what do? You look at more, don't you? So I was looking at more and more of what he had there. And, yeah, he's got some really good stuff. Now, if I was to do that, they're both way too far up. Okay. Need to chop these a bit. Chop that one there. This one needed chopping quite a bit. So what I might do is chop it there. So let's see. Let's pop maybe that one there. And this one, you're not going to see so much of that one. Let's see. Put it straight, Lorraine. Is it straight? Can't see what I'm doing now. Yeah. So put that there. One of these down here. And we can pop another one over this side or that side. It doesn't really matter. as long as we don't go over the edge. If we go over the edge, it's not going to stand up. Okay, so something like that. I do have a couple of little gold bits that I could pop in there as well. I find it really hard to place it when I'm there should be another one of those little gold bits somewhere. There it is. So I could sort of do that. Do we need anything else? Do we want to do anything else? I do like those leaves on there. Okay, let me see. So if I was going to do that and put those two. Not sure about the little gold ones at the moment. Let me pop the green ones in and then I can have a better look. So I'm keeping it on there because I don't want to go over the top. So that's that one. And then this one, I think, can go down there. So we'll pop that one. I'm going to lift it off there because I think, yeah, that's what I thought. A bit more of that showing if I can. Okay, so those two are going there. And then I've got the golds, which I can put there and there if necessary. What do we think? I'm definitely happy with the greens. So what I might do is put this down here. I'm going to put it up on dimensionals and then I'll work from there. Oh, I'm already on dimensionals though, aren't I? Maybe just stick it down. I'm going to put the glue on here. I don't want to mess it up. And let me put that about there. There we go. So we've got that in there. Now I can pop in some other bits if I want to. So he may be, I don't want to put too much. I don't want to put too much. Might just put a little sprig of gold. Maybe one on top of there and one on top of the bottom. On top of the bottom. Suzanne, did you get your restream sorted? So I just want to pop that one in there. Now I want to pop that one in there. All right, so that is what I'm a nincompoop because I've done that upside down, but hey, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. we can work with it. We've just got this bit at the bottom, so we might use that to how weird that I put that on upside down. It's probably a bit late to get it off, and I'm not going to try, and it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's how that looks. Maybe just put something else down here. Maybe look at doing the... I wonder if... Let me have a look. One of these has a lovely little hello. So the Fabulous Sayings has a really nice hello. I wonder if I could stamp it. Don't hide. I know I've used you before, haven't I? This one here. What if I was to put that? Oh, I could possibly just stamp it in there. Do I trust myself? Do you trust me? Idiot, Lorraine. Anyone else call themselves names when they're making cards? See, I think I can just get that in there. Let me... Oh, what colour will I use? Let's use something like Secret Sea. Oops. All right, we're going to give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Go for it, yes. Crossing your fingers. I need all of that, all of it. I'm going to stand up. Ah, look at that. We got it. We got it. It just saves that piece looking a bit odd because I did it the wrong way. So that is how our card is going to be. Now we're going to put some little diamante things, and I love these. I can't go past them. I'm sorry. I really do love them. And I thought I might like to put some in the center there. So before we decide whereabouts around the rest of it we're going to put them, I wanted to put like 3 or 4 in the center. If I was to put 4 in the center, let me see. Let's put 4 of those in there. And then put another 2 of a different color. And I'm thinking this lighter one because it seems to be throwing more of the purpley color. So I could put those. Put 1 there. Maybe 1 there. And 1 there. Well, the hello would have been nice to have one on, but you can't put too many on, Lorraine. I'd have to put another... Oh, I could put another 2 on, I suppose. Nope, leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. And let me. Oh, I know it's in here because I put it in here earlier. There it is. I don't know how we'll go with this. It's pretty dry. But I know what's going to happen if I squeeze it. We'll probably just get enough. Don't squeeze it. Okay, so that's that one. It's getting finer and finer. Only 3 to go. You can do it. And then what I'll do is I'll squeeze it out and play with it so that I've got more for next time. Come on, you can do one more for me. There we go. So we've got that little bit of sparkle on there without any blobs. And that is our card. It stands up. That piece, we do have a little diamante on that front piece there. So it will stand like this and it'll open up like that. So I think Jay was saying the whole idea was you do it like that so that when it's on display and it's like that, you don't see the message inside. Okay, so that's it. Now, you could also put something down each side here. And if you didn't want to put your message in there, you can always put something on the back. When I've got a card that's just out of, although this is fairly stiff, just out of cardstock, I often like to put panels on it just to stiffen it up a little bit. But I love this. I do like this card a lot. It gives you the opportunity to have a pretty inside without, mucking around and, doing it that way. And that, well, I'm quite proud of me for that, to get that on there like that. Okay, well, that makes me early today, but so I do actually have this. I'm not going to do it today, but I just thought, I'll put something like this on here. I've still got, oh, that's the wrong pink. That's the wrong pink. Otherwise, I would do, oh no, what's that got on it? Oh no. I could put, just something like that. But it's the wrong pink. But that looks nice, doesn't it? We'll do it. You sort of got to have them. What is that keeps getting on my stuff? Yeah, just sort of like put just because or something like that. Or, I've got a little one. I've got the big one, and then I could put the little one of those and then do something with that. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with that last bit. That's just some bits that I've got left over, and I'll have a go with that. But I do plan on spending some quality time in here this weekend. Pat myself on the back. Thank you, everybody. You love the inside? Awesome. Thank you so much. I don't know if I can even reach my own back these days. Let me go back up to the top. There we go. Awesome. Yes, I can just pat myself on the back. I mean, it was like anyone who's been into the Facebook page, and I've got a photo of my brother and myself on one of those climby things, and we were right at the top, and it wasn't that long ago. And I got on there with my grandson the other day, and he's like, "Grandma, you're making the whole thing shake," and my poor legs were going like this. But I think a lot of that, I'm going to make excuses now. I think a lot of that was I was barefoot and it was really hurting my foot. So I'll use anything. But I did like the flying fox. That was fun. I still like to get up there and have a go. I'm finding more and more these days that it's sort of takes its toll on me, but I'm not going to give in. The minute you give in, that's the end, isn't it? So, but yeah, I know it was funny, Roz. Excuse me. Oops, I got a frog in my throat. Because they love me to go on stuff. They love me to do stuff with them. And it's like, come on, Grandma, you can. They even say it to Mum. Come on, Grammy, you can do it, they say to her. They got her on the trampoline. They got my mother on the trampoline and they bounced around her so that she was, going up and down, and she was laughing. They were laughing. But, we try and do everything we can with the kids. So that's Mum's greatest regret, is the fact that Ronan's 8 and the little one, and she hasn't been able to do as much with him as she was able to do with Archer, because when Archer was born, I have your mug. I'm so sorry. You're a fun Grammy too? Yeah. Yeah. I'm Grandma, Mum's Grammy, and their other grandparents and Nan and Pop. So yeah, so there you go. We did have a lot of fun, and my husband came with us. Yeah, Archer takes the photos because we actually took the dog. We took Molly, and she's just looked up. She thinks she's going out now. We took her, and my husband came with us, and we went round by it's called Ulula, and it's a lake, and the other side, or round the other sides of the lake, is the golf course. So it's a good walk round there. Oh, that's all right, Sarah. Snowmageddon. Oh dear. We have to put some photos up. So yeah, we did have a good time, and then when we were walking back, my husband in his infinite wisdom decided that we'd walk up a hill. We could have gone around the base and not done the hill, but it was good. It was really good, because I haven't been dancing for about 9 months, and I wouldn't mind getting back into it, but I'm just not going to be able to do it like I used to, and that annoys me because it's taking longer now for that. It takes a bit longer for that. What do you call it? Thought to go from my head to my feet. So it makes me like half a beat out, and I don't even like doing that. So. All right. Yes, Sarah, we will think of you with all your snow and what have you happening. What do you call it? Snowmageddon. Don't have to remember that one. And anyway, I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. No, I won't. It's Saturday tomorrow. What am I on? My goodness. I'll see you all on Monday at 9:30. And take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Look after yourselves. Be careful in Snowmageddon for those of you that are having that. We're having a heat wave, so how about that for balance? And I'll see you then. Take care of you and yourself and your families.